Hi everyone, it's Atia. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be my April TBR, some of the books that I want to read in the month of April. Without further ado, let's get into it. So the first three books are actually books that I picked out of my TBR jar. You can find out what these are about in my April TBR jar video. So we have Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen, The Girl Who Drank the Moon by Kelly Barnhill, and then Night Music by Jen Marie Thorne. But yeah, I'm not going to go into what these are about because, again, you can watch my April TBR jar video for that. Next up, we don't have a lot of books on this month's TBR. I found that with last month's TBR, which was super ambitious, it kind of led to a reading slump because I was trying to read these specific books for this month, even if my heart wasn't really into any of the ones on the list. So going forward, I'm going to try and keep my monthly TBR below 10 books or probably even lower. So on top of the 3 books that I picked for my TBR jar video, I have 4 books here that I'm feeling for the month. So yeah. The first up being Eden Conquered by Joelle Charbonneau. But this is a sequel to Dividing Eden, which I read, I believe, last January, and I really enjoyed. But it basically, the first book follows the set of twins. They are royalty, prince and a princess. They never expect to take the throne because they have an older brother who's the crown prince. But in the first book, or this isn't a spoiler, but in the first book, both the father and the brother are killed, and so one of them has to take the throne. No one knows who was born first between the twins, so they have to compete, and that's what this duology is about. I'm super excited to get into this. I really enjoy the first book, so my birds are making noise. Of course, yes, play with the toy as I record. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. Next up, we have The Clockwork Angel by Cassandra Clare. This is in the Shadowhunters universe. It takes place, kind of a prequel to The Mortal Instruments, like a prequel. It takes place in Victorian England. It follows Tessa Gray, who she's trying to find her brother, but she ends up being kidnapped by the mysterious Dark Sisters, and it's her journey. And then we are introduced to, of course, James and Will, and I'm very excited for this one specifically because I know there are characters in this one that kind of end up in later books, specifically the Dark Artifice series, which I just finished. So I'm looking forward to getting into this series, especially since we are getting a new Cassandra Clare book this month. Next up, we have Crown of Feathers by Nikki Powell Preto. This is actually an arc. I have decided that for this one, what I'm going to do is I'm going to read the first 100 pages of the arc, because I feel like the first 100 pages in a fantasy book can tell you a lot, and if I like it, I will buy the finished copy, which is gorgeous and beautiful, but I'm going to put this arc to use. And this is about this girl who wants to be a phoenix rider. Yeah, and then a war between 2 sisters ripped it all apart. I don't really understand the back, to be quite honest with you. I don't get what's supposed to happen, but I'm intrigued enough that I want to read it, but not intrigued enough that I'm going to go and buy a finished copy before I read the first 100 pages because I am very confused about what this is actually about. Yeah, so we're going to see. We are going to see, and hopefully I get through it. I'm realizing that my April TBR is fantasy heavy, so we're gonna see what happens with that. Last up on my TBR is kind of a weird one. Not weird in terms of what the book is, but weird in how I'm my goal for this one. And so I have The Priory of the Orange Tree by Samantha Shannon. This is a hefty book. This is 804 pages. The spacing isn't huge, which is fine. It's an adult fantasy. I didn't expect huge spacing, but my goal for this one is I'm giving myself both April and May to complete this book, and so I want to get to page 402 by the end of April. So I want to get halfway through The Priory of the Orange Tree and then finish the rest of it in May. And this is basically about, there's this queen and she doesn't have an heir. And the Queen Sabran the Ninth must conceive a daughter to protect her realm from destruction, but assassins are getting closer to her door. And so you follow you follow this queen. There's Eve Durian is an outsider at court. Though she has risen to the position of lady-in-waiting, she is loyal to a hidden society of mages. And she's keeping a watchful eye on the queen using forbidden magic. And then there's dragons and there's queendoms, and it just sounds like it's going to be very, very interesting. And I'm looking forward to just falling into this world and getting just absorbed into it. And I have a feeling April is about to be a very fantasy heavy month, especially because I'm participating in the Fantasy-a-thon, which I thought about vlogging. It's already it's day 3 of the Fantasy-a-thon right now, so we'll see if I vlog. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this month. So yeah, these are the books that I am hoping to can't really see the spine. Hoping to finish during the month of April. Let me know down in the comments below. Have you read any of the books? Are you planning on reading the books? What are you trying to finish in the month of April? Don't forget to give this video a huge thumbs up. Share with all your book-loving friends. Subscribe. Make sure you hit the notification bell so you are notified when I release a new video. Check me out on all of my social media, including Goodreads. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.